Sir, good afternoon, sir. I'm Berlito O, Tisoy Jr., B Scream 1C. So, for today's video, I will discuss about the task of the National Prosecution Service, some of the function of prosecutor, and who must prosecute criminal action. So, what is prosecution? For example, when you have a personal injury and you're making a claim, you are prosecuting the claim or prosecuting a lawsuit by way of you're the person who has to establish with your lawyer. Then after the police or the law enforcement, we will go to the prosecution with the flow of the criminal justice system. The first prosecution agency with the government is the DOJ or Department of Justice. Pero dili na ang procedural arms of the government, with that there is a ombudsman and etc. So for now, we will focus on the DOJ or Department of Justice. So the question is, what the task of the National Prosecution Service? The National Prosecution Service is the agency of the government which is responsibly some prosecuting or prosecution. That's why prosecutor we call the National Prosecution Service. Under the DOJ or Department of Justice, what is their job as the prosecutorial? It is a task as a prosecutorial arms of the government and is under the supervision and control of the DOJ or the Department of Justice. So the next question is, what are some of the function or prosecutor? Unsa day mga trabaho sa mga prosecutor? Number 1, to conduct preliminary investigation or PI. This is the first job of the prosecutor. Mag-conduct na sila og preliminary investigation. And the second job of the prosecutor is to make proper recommendation during the inquest of a case. The third is to represent the government or state during the prosecution of the case. Mauning kinatawhan sa gobyerno pag-abot sa mga criminal cases ay ang prosecutor. Mao gani ang abogado ng people of the Philippines or the government kay ang prosecutor. Pag naay hearing ingon sa judge o appearances, magpakilya ang prosecutor ana. For example, I'm Public Prosecutor Berlito Tisoy, respectfully appearing for the government, Your Honor. Kay ang prosecutor is maoni siya mismo ang kinatawhan ng abogado ng gobyerno. So, number 4, to act a law officer of the province or city in the absence of legal officer. Every city or every province naa sila ginatawag nga City of Legal Province Officer. If ever absent ang City of Legal Officer, is pwede magpakonsulta sa prosecutor. Kay siya ang naganap sa law of officer kung absent ra ang City of Legal Province Officer. Then number 5 is to investigate administrative cases filed against state prosecutor. For example, naay di maayo or dili dapat buhaton sa prosecutor tas gisampahan og administrative case ang mga imbestiga ana. Kay ang iya pod mga kauban kumbaga sa pulis mao ni siyang IAS or Internal Affairs Service. Diba? For example, if police na ay gibuhat og bati, the remedyo of that is mag-file na administrative case sa IAS or Internal Affairs Service. Maunang mag-imbestiga sila sa administrative cases na gikiha laban sa pulis. So the question is, who is the member of IAS? Mga pulisad. Simra na sa prosecutor. Pag naay gisampa og kaso laban sa usa ka piskal or naa sila unit or section na in charge or mandated sa mga bagay na inana. So, the last question is, who must prosecute criminal action? Kinsa ba ang mo usig pag-abot sa criminal service? So, ang giingon sa batas, tanan nga criminal action ay dapat ma-prosecute under the direction and control of the public prosecutor. Why? Because ang public prosecutor ay representante or the body of the government og ang people of the Philippines like what I said earlier. Kaya tanan criminal cases ang abogado ng prosecutor ay ang fiscal or public prosecutor. Question: naami nakit-an true life story. Example, kanang biktima magkuha sila other lawyer. Human ilang gikuha kay private lawyer. The prosecution is pwede kaha na. Yes, pwede na. So, ang tawag sa ingana nga batas is private prosecutor. So, the private prosecutor is still under the direction and control of the public prosecutor. So, which mean na ay kaso nga atubang. So, naagi hapon ang public prosecutor pero ang nakipag-arigyo or debate sa korte pwede ra ang private prosecutor. Ngano man kay ang private prosecutor is hinatawan siya or pinaglalaban niya is kanang civil liability. Remember ha, civil liability. Kanang public prosecutor kay iya concern primarily is to criminal liability. Kung mapriso ka or di, that's why ang public prosecutor kay ang abogado na people of Philippines. For example, my first case is gikuha ko sa mga anang hit and run. So, nadasmagan, syempre, patay ang biktima. Gikuha ko sa pamilya para mahimong abogado para i-prosecute ang nadasmagan na ang cause sa namatyan. Me as a private prosecutor, kay amo agi apas ana is yung prewisyo. Pag naami hearing sa korte, tas moingon ang judge, your aunt so magpakilya ka. So, for example, I'm Attorney Berlito Tisoy, faithfully appearing for the private compliant under the control and supervision of a public prosecutor. Kumbaga, private prosecutor ka pero under gapon ka sa public prosecutor. Kay ang gipaglaban ana is not Juan de la Cruz or Pedro Santos ang gipaglaban. Ana is people of the Philippines versus Pedro Santos. Ang public prosecutor ay concerned sa criminal liability ng akusado, while ang private prosecutor is concerned to a civil liability ng usa ka akusado. And that's all my learn about the prosecution, and that's my discussion, and thank you for watching.